Hello class, this is the third video on solving equations with algebraic fractions. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's consider this following equation. We have 3 outside the bracket of x plus 1 over 2 plus 5 outside the bracket of x plus 1 whole over 3 is equal to 4. Once again, we want the lowest common multiple between all these fractions. Remember, anything with a whole number is a fraction over 1. Okay, so we want between 2 and 3, so let's list the multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. For 3, it's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12. Lowest multiple that we can see is 6, is the smallest one. Even for 1, it's going to be 6. So we want 1 as our multiple for all 3 denominators. So this is going to be over 6. Going to be an addition sign here. Going to be over 6. The equal sign is also going to be 6. 2 times what gets me 6? Well, 2 times 3 gets me 6. So I need to multiply the entire, oh, that's 3. I need to multiply everything on the top by 3. Same thing here. 3 times what gets me 6? Well, that's 2, so I'm going to multiply everything on the top by 2 as well. So, and this one's over 1, so 1 times 6 gets me 6, so I'll multiply everything by 6. Okay, so we have, well, if the 3 is already on the outside, we need to multiply it by 3 again, so it's going to be 9 over x plus 1. Okay, and this is 5 outside this bracket. Well, that's going to be 5 times 2. That gives me 10x plus 1. And 4 times 6, well, 6 times 4 is 24. Multiplying every single fraction here by 6. That will give me, well, that will cancel out all these denominators, which will leave us with just this numerator line. It gives us 9 outside x plus 1 plus 10 x plus 1 equals 24. Expanding each of these brackets, we get 9 times x is 9x, 9 times 1 is plus 9, 10x, well, 10 times x is, there's a plus there, so it's positive 10x. Positive 10 times 10, well, that's just 10. That's equal to 24. Collecting like terms, I'm going to bring these close to each other, so it's going to be 9x again here, plus 10x, plus 10. I'm going to move this plus 9 to the right hand side, so it's plus 9 equals 24. Collecting like terms, 9x plus 10x, that's 19x. 10x, 10 plus 9 is 19, which will give us equals to 24. Subtracting by 19 here, this will give us 19x on its own. 24 minus 19, that's going to be 5. And dividing by 19, we get x is equal to 5 over 19. That's one question down. We'll do 2 more. we have question B. Question B. We have 2 outside the bracket of 4x plus 3 all over 5 minus 6 outside x minus 2 all over 2 is equal to half. Now I'm going to start picking up the pace now. Rather than write out the common multiples, I'm just going to go straight into it. The lowest common multiple between 5 and 2 is 10. Just going to make everything over 10. We need to times this by 2, so we multiply everything in the top by 2. So this 2 is timesing by 2, so it's 4 times 4x plus 3 minus timesing 2 by 5, so 6 times 5 is 30, x minus 2. 2 times 5, well, that gives me 5 over 10. Multiplying everything by 10 leaves us with the numerator, so 4 outside 4x plus 3 minus 30 x minus 2 equals 5. Expanding brackets gives us 16x plus 12 minus 30x plus 60 equals 5. 16 take away 30, or 30 take away 16 is 14, so this is going to be negative 14x. 12 plus 60, well, that's going to be plus 72 equals 5. Subtracting 72 on both sides, we get negative 14x is equal, so 5 take away 72, that will give me, that should be negative, it's going to be 3 plus 3, oh, that's a tricky one, negative 60, no, negative 73, is that correct? Oh my goodness, let me check here. 5 minus 73, negative 68 it is supposed to be, sorry, negative 68, dividing by 14, negative 14, we get x is equal to 68 over 14, they're both negative, which will give us a simplified fraction of 34 over 7. Okay, we'll do one last question here. Okay, we'll do question C. Question C here, which will be, it's going to be 5 outside 7 minus x all over 2 is equal to 2 outside 2x minus 1 all over 7 plus 1. Okay, lowest common multiple between 2, 7 and 1 here, because remember this is 1 over 1. Lowest common multiple is 14. This is going to be times by 7. 2 times 7 is 14. So 5 times 7 is 35, outside 7 minus x. 7 times 2 is 14, so we multiply the top by 2. 2 times 2 is 4, outside 2x minus 1. This is going to be, well, this is over 1, so it's going to be 14. Multiplying everything by 14 leaves us with just the numerator, so we get 35, 7 minus x is equal to 4 outside 2x minus 1 plus 14. Expanding the brackets. Okay, this is very tricky. 7 times 5 is 35, so 3. 7 times 30 is 210. 210 plus 3, so 245 minus 35x, no equal sign there, is equal to 4 times 2x is 8x minus 4, because 4 times negative 1, plus 14. I'm going to move this to the other side, this 8x here, so this 245 stays where it is. Minus 35 minus 8x, that'll be negative 43x is equal to negative 14 plus negative 4 plus 14, that gives me positive 10. Subtracting 245 from the left hand side, so I'm going to move this over there, we get minus 43x is equal to 10 minus 245, which will give me negative 235. That's negative 43x. Dividing by negative 43, we get x is equal to negative 235 over negative 45. Altogether, that will give us a simplified fraction of 47 over 9. Okay, so I hope that helps you a bit in your algebraic fraction solving. Best of luck to you all.